Because of a Ukrainian mistake, Russia broke through their first line of defense and captured a village. It's day 849 of Russia's operation in Ukraine. Let's dive deeper. Starting from Tois Sector. Here Russian forces recently found a big success. In our report yesterday, we saw how the Russians started their operation on Tois, as they started attacking from three axes. In order to weaken the both flanks, they first attacked from the east. And they were partially successful, as they were able to take sections of a highly fortified trench network under their control. After the recent Russian success, many Ukrainian officials and sources have shared light to this front. Apparently, as Russians were opening new fronts, as I have explained to you in my previous reports, this caused strain on Ukrainian resources. And as a result, Ukrainian command was forced into sending units from this silent front to the other areas. And as a replacement, they send the exhausted unit to this front. They thought that as this front was highly fortified, only a few units would be required to defend. However, this decision is now proving to be a bad one, because apparently Russian forces were aware of the redeployments. And after the Russian success along the road, they launched a big push towards Sumy. Apart from the small fortifications, Ukrainians have two big defensive lines. However, taking advantage of the weakened line, they were able to break through the first Ukrainian defensive line and took Sumy fully under their control. This was also confirmed by a prominent Ukrainian source. Currently, they are fighting around the second dump. In fact, they have taken the eastern trenches under their control. In addition, keeping up their momentum, Russian forces continue their advance along the Pivnichny road. As a result, they were able to take this area under their control. This means they have entered the eastern outskirts of the town. It is understandable that Ukraine does not want to lose this city, so in order to stabilize the front, they will probably deploy their reserves. It is well known that Ukraine is struggling with mobilization. Many pro-Western media have also shed light on this problem. But in recent months, we are receiving more and more reports about Ukrainians crossing the border near Moldova to avoid mobilization. Today's sources reported that about half a company of mobilizers were captured by Ukrainian authorities, which were trying to cross the borders. Apparently, they were trying to cross on 5 vehicles, including 4 minibus, where they were caught by units of SBU. Now, yesterday we saw how Russian forces used the biggest fab on Ukrainian positions in Lipsy. Russian sources claim that their forces are currently experimenting with this new fab. They want to see its effectiveness against high-rise buildings, which Ukrainian forces often use as fortified positions. After seeing several footage of this strike, we can see that its accuracy is little off by 10 feet. Russian sources say this will be addressed in the next upgrade. They say that this might be used specifically against high-rise buildings, as carrying this heavy weight makes maneuvering for the fighters very hard, which might come in handy against incoming anti-aircraft missiles. However, it seems like it has potential. Yesterday, Ukraine launched a big long-range attack on Russia. As per sources, the attack was carried out in several waves. Ukrainian versions of Garand-type drones were launched from 6 different locations. The targets of these strikes were several regions in Crimea and Krasnodar. However, Russian air defense, along with the help of fighter jets, were able to destroy 114 drones. In addition, unmanned boats were also destroyed near the northwestern coast of Crimea. Russian sources say this was done in order to detect the Russian air defense system, as a surveillance drone of unknown origin was patrolling the water. Subscribe for more frontline updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.